There are moments in life that hit you, not with a loud crash, but with a quiet sting. They're the moments that test who you are, forcing you to choose between anger and grace. This is a story about such a moment, and about a man named Kaelan, whose art was a whisper in a world that only seemed to hear shouts. Kaelan had spent his entire life painting. His hands, though calloused and worn, moved with a purpose, turning simple colors into deep emotions. For a decade, he poured everything he had into his dream. He gave up many things, the chance to hang out with friends, new clothes, even meals some days, just so he could buy more paint and canvases. All that hard work led to this day, his very first show at the famous Sterling Gallery. It was the most important day of his life, a moment that proved his sacrifices weren't in vain. But as he stepped into the clean, white gallery, he wasn't seen as an artist. He was seen as a shadow. His main piece was a massive painting called Echoes of Resilience. It showed a single, magnificent tree standing strong in a raging storm. Its roots were glowing with a soft, otherworldly light. Kaelan had put his entire soul into it. It was a picture of his own life, a story of staying strong when everything around you is trying to knock you down. As he carefully adjusted the lights, a woman's voice cut through the quiet air. "Excuse me," she said. Her voice was sharp, a little too loud for the calm space. "The help is supposed to stay out of the way, not get in it." This was Eleanor, a famous art collector with more money than manners. She was used to seeing people as things to be used, not as human beings. She saw Kaelan in his paint-splattered jeans and old t-shirt and thought he was just a gallery worker. He didn't say anything, he just quietly moved aside. Honestly, she scoffed, waving her hand at his masterpiece. "This is what they call art these days? A childish scribble? It's completely uninspired, a total waste of wall space." Her words felt like a punch to the gut. She didn't just dislike the art, she completely dismissed its value and the decade of work behind it. Kaelan felt a painful heat rise in his chest, but he kept his face calm. He remembered his grandmother's words. Some people can't see the light in others because they are too busy staring at the darkness in themselves. Eleanor continued her mean review, her voice growing louder. "And this one," she said, pointing a long, sharp finger at a beautiful painting of an elderly black woman with a crown of gray hair. "What is this supposed to be? It's so, raw star." As if the artist couldn't be bothered to learn proper technique. Kaelan's heart ached. That was a portrait of his own grandmother, the woman who had taught him everything about love and strength. Every single brushstroke was a tribute to her life, a silent thank you. He took a deep, shaky breath, fighting back the lump in his throat. "Maybe," he said softly, "the artist was trying to show the truth, not just a pretty picture." Eleanor laughed, a fake, brittle sound. "Oh, please. Spare me the artsy talk. Just tell me, where is the artist? I have to meet this genius who thinks finger painting is a masterpiece." She looked at her expensive watch. "I was told the artist would give me a tour. Go get someone who knows what they are talking about, not a glorified janitor." Kaelan's spirit was crushed. He had faced this kind of disrespect before, this careless way of making him feel like he was worth less than nothing. He had felt it on the streets, in stores, and now here, in the one place that was supposed to celebrate his soul. He didn't get mad. He didn't try to explain who he was. He just looked at her with a deep, sad understanding. He knew that getting angry would only confirm her ugly beliefs. Just then, a famous art expert, Mr. Alistair Finch, walked into the gallery. He was known for his sharp eye and even sharper opinions. He was the very reason Eleanor was there. She rushed to him, a fake smile on her face. "Alistair, thank goodness you're here. This place is a disaster. The art is boring, and the workers are completely useless." She waved her hand at Kaelan. "I asked this young man about the artist, but he clearly has no idea." But Mr. Finch wasn't listening to her. His eyes were on the painting, Echoes of Resilience. A look of pure wonder spread across his face. He walked slowly toward the painting, his gaze taking in every detail. He turned to Eleanor, a look of confusion on his face. "Eleanor, what are you talking about? This is a masterpiece. The skill, the feeling, it's breathtaking. This is the work of a true master." Then he turned to Kaelan, a warm smile on his face. "Kaelan, my friend. It's even more magnificent in person. Congratulations." Eleanor's smile vanished. Her mouth dropped open. She looked from Mr. Finch to Kaelan, her face going pale as the cold, hard truth hit her. The glorified janitor, the useless staff member she had insulted for so long, was the celebrated artist, the man of the hour. Kaelan looked at her. He had every right to be angry, to make her feel as small as she had made him feel. But he didn't. He just smiled, a gentle, understanding smile. "Eleanor," he said, his voice soft like a whisper. "The world looks different when you stand a little closer." He walked to the painting of his grandmother, his hand resting on the frame. "This is my grandmother. She taught me that being kind is the greatest art of all. It's a lesson I try to remember every single day." He offered his hand to her. "My name is Kaelan. It's a pleasure to meet you." Eleanor stood there, frozen, with nothing to say. She had judged a book by its cover and had, in the process, shown how ugly her own heart was. Kaelan's kindness, his amazing strength in the face of her cruelty, was a more powerful statement than any piece of art on the wall. It was a true masterpiece of the human spirit. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories that inspire, challenge, and stay with you.